What about second trust deeds versus first trust deeds? Does that make a difference?
Huge difference in risk and reward. When you're in first position, there's only taxes generally in front of you, as well as maybe an HOA or something like that. So if you have a default situation and you have to foreclose and you have to advance to protect your interest in a property, the advances are going to be minimal. The other thing is if on the worst case it reverts back to you, then you could turn it into some cash flow. If you're in second, and you're going to get, an 8% return. If you're in second position, you have what's called combined loan to value. And if you, for instance, you're a $200,000 second behind a $500,000 first on $1 million property, well, now you're 70% combined loan to value. 5 and 2 and okay. So if that borrower stops making his payments on the first, if he stops making payments on the taxes, something happens. If you're in second position, you may have to pony up an additional $500,000 or even make advancements to keep that loan current to protect your second trust deed investment. And that can be done. And also on that second, you're going to get a 10 to 12% return. So there is reward for taking that additional risk. The other side of that risk is that the market can collapse and all of a sudden the value is upside down. The first is in good position, but your second has now become somewhat upside down, or either 100% loan to value or 125% loan to value or something like that. There's cases where seconds can be a great thing, and we have a handful of them, and it really boils down to loan to value and the senior debt that's in front of you. You don't want to be behind, making up, advancing money on somebody's first trust deed is okay. But when you got a dozen of them and you're advancing on a dozen people's first trust deed, it gets real old real quick.